All right, guys, the middleweight division is the craziest we've seen it. I don't even know since when. And this next man is a pivotal part of it. Obviously, he takes on Imavov in the main event of UFC Paris. But we just came off a crazy UFC 319. There's another fight that got confirmed between RdR and Hernandez. It just really feels like things get crazier by the day. He joins me now after cutting weight, making weight, and now back home, 2 training sessions in 1 day. Dude, where do you get the energy to do all this stuff? Are you like superhuman? What's going on?
I just love what I do, what I choose to do in my life. So I love my job. I love working with the UFC. And I have an amazing life, brother. My family is good, healthy. My kids are growing up very good. So um I'm just like a normal guy that lives a happy life. So there's always energy for this kind of guy.
That's so good, man. I wanted to find out from you first off, like straight away, you were there live. You saw Khamzat dominate Dricus du Plessis the way that he did. I had his coach on here. They spoke about how they weren't ready for that crucifix position. What is your takeaway from that fight? I feel like when I spoke to you, when I spoke to everybody felt like if Dricus survives the first 2 rounds, he'll find a way to win.
Hmm.
That did not happen. That did not
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, cause I I think he just prepared a wrong way to fight Hamza. It wasn't just about the CrossFit. If his coach is saying something like that, like he's explaining the only things because they were not ready for the CrossFit and all this shit. That wasn't just that, you know what I mean? Like before going to CrossFit, he was on guard and he didn't know how to do a guard retention. Like Chimaev did a normal guard pass, like a white belt guard pass, and he didn't know how to do a guard retention. So, and then after that, when the crucifix, so I think it wasn't just the crucifix. I think there was a lot of mistakes for his part. I think he stayed too flat on the striking. He didn't feint. He didn't move at all. He didn't do any kind of footwork to make Hamza work a little bit harder to shoot a takedown. Uh, in the first takedown of the fight, he just tried to do a guillotine, but no timing guillotine. And how are you gonna hug a guy that wants to hug you? You know what I mean? So there was a lot of other mistakes besides the crucifix.
What is your impression of that performance? For example, a lot of people are impressed with the dominance from Hamzat. Then some people are saying, well, he was dominant, but it wasn't an exciting fight, and he wasn't. He was more looking at position control and making
Uh,
sure he got it over the line. Like, where do you sit? Are you impressed with the domination? Do you understand
no,
some of the people? Like, where do you sit on it?
no, I'm not impressed about the domination. I think he did what he always does in all his fights. The only difference is that he didn't finish at this time, so that's why people are upset about it because people want to see finish. But he dominated in a dominant fashion. Dricus didn't have any response to anything. And to be fair, he did a great job defending the chokes and all the attacks that Hamza did. But besides that, I think he just couldn't take it. He just had no answers for that.
Mm. What do you think the future holds for Dricus du Plessis after this? He had a great run in the UFC. He showed some heart, right? Like someone in his position maybe would have just let Hamzat choke him out, but he hung in there till the end. He took
Yeah.
like 500 little punches to the head. Like people say, oh, well, those punches don't hurt. Like I've been in that position before. It's like such an unpleasant place to be, especially in front of like 20,000 people getting punched that much in the head. Like, do you see him bouncing back? Do you think he can get back into the title picture? What do you think the future holds for him?
I think so. I think so. I think he's a young guy, hungry, still hungry. He wants to be champion again, for sure. He wants to prove and get this fight back against Hamza if Hamza is still the champion. And I think as a dominant champion that he was, I don't think he's gonna need that much to go back to the to the title. You know what I mean? I think maybe 2 good fights that he goes there and finish good guys, finish some top prospects that are coming very good. Then he can go again, and people will want to see the rematch. Like because he in the second time already know what to expect, you know. So and that's actually my advantage among all the other middleweights in the division is that I know what to expect because I already trained with Hamza, and so I didn't just train with him. I spent like 2 months with him and his team in Sweden, and then after that in Las Vegas. So I know his system, know what to expect and everything. And yeah, I think Dricus can bounce back for sure.
That you say that, Caio, because a lot of people are talking about what would be the hardest fight for Khamzat, right? And what was your reaction to some people saying maybe RdR was a hard fight for Khamzat? Like, do you think RdR possesses the skill set to potentially challenge Khamzat?
Um, I don't think so. I think like the guy that deserved the shot is me and Fluffy right now. But now Fluffy's gonna fight RdR to see who goes, and I'm fighting Imavov to see who goes. And but to be honest, I think to fight Hamza, you need to have a good bottom position skills, and I think RdR has these skills. You know, he's very skilled on with his back on the floor. He's very slick with his submissions and all that. But I don't believe that he can have that he has answers for Hamza. You know, his last fight against Whitaker, he was on top of Whitaker, and he couldn't pass the guard. He couldn't do that much. So, like, he's very good at jiu-jitsu, but I don't think with Hamza he can actually do something because with Hamza everything starts on the feet, and you need to have a kind of good skill set on the feet to make him shoot in a wrong time, to make him feel uncomfortable and shoot when you want, not when he wants. And I don't think RdR has this skill set on the feet at all. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
only because of the good bottom position skills that he has, maybe we can see something, but I don't believe that much. On the other side, we have Hernandez that I don't know. Actually, I don't know if he's that good with his back on the bottom, you know, with his back on the floor. I don't know how good he is like this. I know that he has a very good and strong top position, but he will need to take Hamza down. And I don't think that will happen right now. So, yeah, that's it. That's my
Mm.
impressions.
How do you feel a fight between you and Khamzat would look, especially what you saw from him
Yeah,
this weekend?
I think I have because you see Dricus, he stay flat all the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the fight. So staying flat with a guy that just want to take you down, it's like the biggest mistake that you can do. You know what I mean? I don't know if his coach is so good like that he proclaims himself that he didn't see that. You know what I mean? Like Dricus came in flat on the floor, just waiting for the takedown to defend the takedown. And it's not about that. So I think myself, Hansa might have some problems in the beginning because of my movement, because of my footwork, because of my feints and all that. And I have a good base to defend takedowns, even though if Hamza should, I think he takes me down in the first moments. And to be honest with you, but I think my movements and my feints would make this fight more interesting, you know, and will make
Mm-hmm.
him uncomfortable, will make him shoot when I want and not when he wants. So it will be hard for him to calculate the right time. And yeah, I think, you know, get taken down, do some guard, try some sweeps, get up, defend other takedowns. Of course, not staying flat, but movement and footwork, defending takedowns, starting to put my hands on him, and then the fight will be better for me as the fight goes longer and longer. You know what I mean?
Mm. By the way, man, hats off to you. You made weight, you know, like you came in, you made weight, you've got this fight coming up. What did the UFC say to you when you made the weight? Did they say that if you were to beat Imavov, you're locked in for a title shot because of what you did? take me into that, because that's rare, right? Like to see someone cut weight right before such a pivotal fight, just to
Yeah,
send a statement, right?
I think the only thing that will make me lose the title fight after I beat Imavov if that's a boring fight. If this is a boring fight, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
if I beat him even by decision but dominating him, good fight, for good show for the fans. That I think will be because he's very good, I'm very good, so I think will be a good show for the fans. And all that, I don't think any RdR or Anthony Hernandez can pass me into this position. You know, the only thing that can happen is that if it's a fucking boring fight and RdR or Fluffy wins in a great fashion or a dominant fashion or a great finish or something like that, then I agree they can pass me into the number one title contender. But after making weight, putting myself in this position 3 weeks after before my big fight against Imavov, against the number one ranked guy, if I go there, win and dominant fashion, I don't think anyone can pass me into the number one title contender, you know.
Mm. Are you surprised they went with this Hernandez RdR fight in October? I mean, RDR's fought 4 times this year, and they have Hernandez, who could be like a future contender. It's like you're putting two contenders up against each other. You're eliminating one. And then RdR, it's like if he loses, you know, it's like you're losing someone that you could potentially down the line put up against you. Let's say if you
Yeah,
become champion, like, does this make sense? Do you think this decision from the UFC just to put him up against like this, against each
I'm
other?
not surprised because they brought the three of us to the arena, and they during all the fight during the whole fight they were filming us all the time, our reactions and everything, you know. So I'm not surprised by that because I think the middleweight division is very interesting right now with four real title contenders that can go there and do a good fight for the belt. And they're just putting two and two and see who goes. You know what I mean? I think I have the advantage because I'll beat Imavov. He's the number one on the rankings. So after I beat him, I will be the number one on the rankings. I put myself into the position to make weight 3 weeks before that big fight. I said yes to every proposal from the UFC since
Yep.
my fight with Imavov that was supposed to happen on International Fight Week. So I think I have advantage among these guys. And yeah, that's it. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I saw you spoke a little bit about how you think that a part of it has to do with, you know, Imavov apparently being a little bit difficult with the UFC and them sort of hedging their bets just in case he wins against you in Paris. Like, apparently, you know, maybe he was harder to deal with, and then there's another option for them. Do you think that has something to do with them sort of hedging their
Maybe.
bets just in case?
Maybe the UFC is very smart. They know what they
Mm.
do. They know how to do great matchmakings and all that. And I think like if Imavov wins the fight, they might give him the number one title contender, or they might give to the other guys that are very easy to deal with. You know, because Imavov is a guy that is very hard to deal with. I heard that he was supposed to fight Hernandez in Paris, I think 1 year ago or 2 years ago. He said no. He said no to our fight on the International Fight Week,
Yeah.
saying that he was the backup. And then after that, he said that he was offered first to be the backup, and then I got his leftovers. But suddenly, you don't fight because you think you're the backup. Then you are offered to be the backup and you say no because you have a fight. So just doesn't make sense at all, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think the UFC is just preparing himself in case that if he beats me, that they have another options to go to fight. And to be honest, I don't think that's gonna happen. And to be more honest, I don't think he wants to fight Hamza because I heard that he went to train with Hamza, like real training. He wasn't helping Hamza. He wasn't like on his training camp. He wasn't nothing. They were training against each other. And Hamza mopped the floor with him, finishing him like 6, 7 times in 2 rounds of 5 minutes. So he knows that he doesn't want this fight. And it's not a fight that interests the UFC, because if he wins the fight against me, he will go there, try to strike. Hamza gonna take him down, and then he's gonna do exactly the same with all others. Because Brandon Allen took him down. He was with his back on the floor. He couldn't do shit. And Phil Halls took him down. And so yeah,
Hmm.
the UFC know what they're doing.
Hey, by the way, I know you and Khamzat used to speak. Did you guys speak at all when you were cutting the weight and you were around? Did you run into him? What was that
Yeah, yeah.
like?
Yeah, it was nice. It was friendly. We
Mm.
came in and we had good interactions. And as the fight was getting closer, the day of the fight, he started to be more silent and just that. But 2 or 3 days before the fight, we meet each other in the lobby and we had a good conversation and made fun of each other, like, "Oh, you're so what's the word? You're so with no muscles in your arm, brother." And I said, "Oh, in your arm too, bro. That's why you're using these long sleeves and all that." So if we just make fun of each other, that's it.
It's good to see that you guys have started talking again. And, I think there's so much respect, right? Like you cutting the
Yeah.
weight, putting yourself out there. Just quickly, man, before I get off RdR and Hernandez, who do you think is going to win that fight? And is
I
it kind
think
of
that,
crazy that RdR's fighting again, like for his
yeah,
fifth time? You
he
couldn't
does
get a
this.
fight for a year. This
Yeah,
guy has been able to have 5 fights, basically, man. It's insane.
he he's doing a good run. I respect the guy for that. He's doing a good run. He he's getting there, but I don't think he wins from Hernandez, because if you see the fight, RDR has a grappling as good as Roman Dolidze, and RDR it's worse, a little bit worse than Roman Dolidze on the feet. So Hernandez is gonna go there. It's gonna be the same exactly fight as the Dolidze fight, and I think he will win this fight against RDR for sure.
Guys, if you're looking for the best VPN in the game, hit the link in the description below and try out IP Vanish VPN. They are giving you guys a crazy 83% off. That's right, 83% off. Have a look over here. That's only $2.19 a month that starts at. Check that out. These are the options that you have, and you guys get that 3 gigabyte eSIM data gift and a 30-day money-back guarantee if you try it today. It is, of course, blazing fast. There is no logs, advanced encryption. It's truly unlimited. There are so many benefits to having a VPN. If you guys want to watch all of your favorite shows, if you guys want to check out all of the different events from around the world that might not be featured in your country, if you guys want deals on flights and products and all sorts of other things, IP Vanish VPN really has you sorted. So do me a favor, click below right now. You support the program when you do. Give this thing a try. 83% off, one of the best VPNs in the game right now. So affordable. Don't worry about having to pay $30, $40 for a VPN. Have one today for as cheap as that. 83% off. My gosh, IP Vanish has you sorted. If you're a submission radio watcher, fan, listener, click on the description below and get started on IP Vanish today. All right, man, before I let you go, I know you're tired. I got a couple of fan questions. First one here is through Twitter. Swerve is just asking, do you feel the pressure to go out and make a statement by finishing Imavov to secure the title shot now that Fluffy and RdR is secure? I mean, you mentioned it before. You're probably the next title contender unless it's a boring fight. Any extra pressure now that they've added this
No
fight
pressure at
officially for
all.
October?
No pressure at all. I think this fight by itself is already an entertaining fight. It's gonna be two guys striking a lot. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, but we're gonna most of the fight is striking a lot. He's a good striker. I'm a good striker. I'm a little bit more orthodox than him, and no pressure at all. I think the fight itself is exciting by itself, and I think it's gonna be a great show for the fans, and just a good win in an exciting fight will make me the number one.
Yeah, man. Question number 2 over here about the weight cut. I know you probably got it 100 times. You've trained twice already, but are there any effects that you're worried about from having to cut weight twice?
No, I'm not worried about that because I had a great strategy with my team about acclimatization, about the weight cut, about stay lower on weight and all that. And and to be honest, if I feel in the fight that they're like, oh, I'm not feeling that good that I thought that I was going to feel, I will never make it as an excuse, you know. I will never make it as an excuse. So, but to be honest, I don't think it's gonna affect my performance at all.
I did respect for doing it. If you go out and you beat Imavov after this, it's like even more impressive. All right, what about this one? What is the biggest weapon you believe that Imavov possesses going into this fight in UFC Paris?
Speed. I think he's very slick, very tricky, very good striker, young. But his biggest attribute is his speed. He's very fast, so he catches his opponents in surprise. So that's why people get clipped by him. So definitely speed.
Mm. Okay, now a couple of questions off YouTube before we wrap up. We have a couple of people. I've noticed this question pop up quite a bit, so I got to ask you, what's harder, studying industrial chemistry or training MMA? All these questions seem to be about studying chemistry and training
Uh,
MMA. What's harder for you?
I don't think I can answer that question actually, because there are two very different things, but both are very hard, you know. Both requires a lot from you, you know. And but maybe, to be honest, maybe MMA is harder, because I'm not just training, I'm training my brain too. So I'm studying a lot. Other than training, I'm studying a lot of tapes, a lot of videos. And it really requires me, not only my physical, my body, but my brain too a lot, you know. And in industrial chemistry, it just requires my brain. So yeah, maybe MMA is a little bit harder.
And what about this, man? Final question. Carlos Prates, crazy win, UFC 319. Obviously, we got Ruffy coming up. We've got Jean Silva coming up. It's all happening. Look at this. I got the glasses that I was able to
Let's
get from you.
go.
How proud of you are you of your team, man? You guys are dominating in every single division, basically. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm very proud of all the boys and all the team, not only the athletes, but all the coaches and everyone that puts their life into the team, you know. And it just make me feel proud of all the road, of what we've been through, and where and about where did we start, you know what I mean? Because we're working together with the same passion for so long in the shadows that nobody was seeing that. And now people are just seeing what we're seeing from 10 years ago, you know what I mean? And that makes me feel very proud of the boys, of the coaches, of everyone involved in that dream. And I think it's just the beginning, man. We have 4 guys on the Contender Series. We have maybe 5 or 6 more guys UFC ready, and it's just the beginning of the Fighting Nerds takeover, you know.
Let's go, man. All right, so it goes down UFC Paris main event. It's going to be in the morning here on Sunday, and of course on Saturday in the States, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait. Best of luck. And I can't believe it, dude. You cut the weight. You're 2 training sessions in already today. Absolutely crushing it. Thank you so much, Caio Borralho. Thanks for joining me, my
So,
friend.
thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I see you soon.